and welcome back. I'm excited to be setting up for March. Um, and I, as you can see, I immediately made a mistake when I started. I had just inked up a fountain pen and the ink just sort of smeared as I was working with it. So I decided to make intentional smears along the bottom of that calendar page. The ones near the centerfold, I couldn't find a great way to cover it up, but I thought it fit in with being loose. So as you can see now, I'm starting on a nest. For March, I am doing a theme of daffodils and of eggs, specifically working with robin and quail because I think they're very pretty and they work with my color scheme. So for those of you who are in the bullet journal community, you may have seen that Shada Campbell did daffodils for her March theme. They are the birth flower for March. And she had a really great tutorial on how to draw daffodils with working from a circle. So you can see that I'm using that method throughout. I will link in the description box below to her video that goes into greater detail and demonstration on how to do this. But yeah, so I'm going in with a Uniball Signo here to ink in my flowers and give a drop shadow to March, my blue that you see for March, and I do have a tiny pop of green here in a few places, and those are of course my Crayola Supertips that I used last month. For the yellow of the daffodils, I am using a mildliner for that, and I don't remember the translation of what color that yellow is, but it's the yellow gold color in the mildliner set. And I'm using gray for the leaves. I thought it made a nice muted tone instead of doing more green. So my general colors for this are that sort of steel blue, gray, very, very little green, a little bit of that gold yellow, and then the fountain pen ink color you see there, which is J.Herbin Cacoa de Brazil. So the biggest change this month is on my cleaning tracker. Instead of doing a standard circle tracker, I was able to work from the daffodil because my cleaning tracker had 6 main divisions. And you can see here I'm drawing in the lines that would normally, I normally wouldn't take all the way to the tip if I was drawing a daffodil, but this divides each section into how many areas of declutter or of cleaning for the different zones. And later I will come in and label those, but my intention is to use the yellow mildliner to color in each section once it's completed so that this daffodil will be a full yellow daffodil. And whenever I move to the tracker in the next segment here, you'll see that I did another full yellow daffodil to try to balance things out a little. For the habit tracker, I am keeping everything the same from last month, so I have space for a daily tarot card, a note, symptoms and moods, as well as some self-care themes, and whether or not I've done writing and editing. So far, this tracker seems to be working well this year. I may still change it up next month, who knows, but for now it is working. And at the bottom here, I'm about to use the back of a fountain pen to make some speckles on the eggs. I love how speckled and just fun quail eggs look, so for this theme, I'm doing mostly robin and quail legs, just because that's what I like the best. And now I go back through and use the fountain pen to outline the gray leaves and give them a little shadowing to give it a little more depth and hopefully a little more intentionality looking. With those spreads taken care of, I'm moving on to my gratitude page. I'm sorry you missed part of the drawing there, the way the camera had cropped it off. But yes, I have daffodils down at the bottom, and I had intended to do some little sprigs of green vines, but decided to leave it with just the daffodils. Then on the right-hand page, I am keeping this illustration style thing that I used with the snowdrops last month. Swapping it out for daffodils. I really just like how graphic it looks with the shapes. It's a combination of elegant and graphic all in one. So you can see I'm trying to make a slight turn of the flowers or the bottom two. This page, I will be traveling in March and wanted a page to write down some trip details or maybe some places I want to visit when I'm there. So as you watch, you'll see that I color in the ribbon down there and label that travel. You can see the light changed yet again, but here we are for the final flip through. My goal's on the right there. You can see I've labeled the different zones around the edges of the daffodil here and put in my tracker headings. This is that gold mildliner, and I can never remember exactly which bit of the script tells the color. I think it's this part right here, but it might be the bit in the yellow there. I know I've used Google Translate in the past to figure out the color name. I'm using my Twisbi Eco with Cacao de Brazil for most of the lines, and Tombow N95 for the lightest grays that I used to shade in the daffodils, and then an unknown gray Tombow for my drop shadows and the leaves, and this sort of steely blue that I call B4 from my Crayola Supertips, and the Uniball Signo in Ultra Fine. I think it's called Ultra Fine. Anyway, this gratitude page, again, should have shifted. It's cropped off a little. And I'll do the weekly the Sunday before. I really like having that as part of my Sunday routine, so I will stick to that for now. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.